Hey everybody, welcome back. So I got another video here for you today, which is like a thrift haul. Most of it for reselling. Actually, that might not be true. A lot of it for reselling, and actually a few items here to keep for myself. But I wanted to keep this separate. Mostly I do clothing on this channel, and that's, you know, kind of like the real thing. But I do sprinkle in some hard goods, video games, and things like that quite a bit. But the way I'm kind of structuring this video is it's going to be all hard goods. And it's kind of to demonstrate that, you know, I'm picking up these things to sell them to make some money, and then the stuff that I keep for myself is essentially free, or I've made money as well. So I wanted to just kind of do a little bit of both in this video, where I'm talking about what I'm keeping, what I'm selling, and you know, overall how I think it's going to turn out. But I'll go ahead in no particular order since they're closest to me. We got a couple of original Cabbage Patch dolls here, Cabbage Patch Kid dolls with their original clothing. These are the 1982, and you know what? They are in pretty good condition considering. They were $5 each, and it looks like, you know, it's going to be somewhere between like 35 to 45 each. I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but there's definitely some good value there for only paying $5 a piece. Switching gears completely, I found this Xbox 360 controller at my local thrift store. They're starting to get some hard goods back now that we're getting back into the warmer weather, and I don't know, it seems like it's seasonal. They don't do like video games and DVDs and all that kind of stuff very much over the winter, but now they are, and yeah, $3. It feels like it's in perfect condition, so I'm happy with that. Can never have too many. I'm going to keep this for myself, but it may end up eventually just lotting with another console or something like that that I use, you know, to resell as a bundle. So it has a place in my collection until then. Similarly, I picked up this Wii Adapter. This was $4.99 at Value Village, although I had a 20% off coupon. I'll pretty much pick these up at any time because I also find a lot of loose Wiis. And, you know, if I'm paying $20 a Wii and maybe $5 for this, you know, so 25 bucks, maybe it comes with the other cables, maybe it doesn't, but I'm typically turning, you know, a $20 to $25 buy cost into around $60 to $70 if I just flip the console. But then if I bundle up with games and stuff, I'll usually do a little bit better. So I'll show you one of the games that I picked up to do just that. And this is Sing 4, the Hits Edition. So games and stuff are $2.25 at that thrift store. So I mean, this would have cost me like $2.60 or something like that. Looks like this game sells for about $20, $25. So that's actually really cool. So, you know, I'll probably make a lot with the next Wii that I get in, and maybe, I think I have a spare mic as well, so this is like a sing karaoke game, obviously. So maybe I'll just make like a music lot. Who knows? It's good to have those options though. Alright, now this is a video game that I picked up for myself. I probably just recently talked about, or maybe I didn't, but on Facebook Marketplace, somebody was looking to trade a PS3 FAT, 80 gigabyte PS3 FAT console and some games for an Xbox 360 and some games. They were looking for an Xbox 360, and I had a spare one here. I had like 3 of them in the house, so I just did a straight trade, and I traded them my copy of Resident Evil 5 and 6 for Xbox 360, and got the PS3 and a couple of other games. So that PS3 and those games already lotted up. It's already listed, posted. I did a bundle. It's got a couple controllers and everything. I did a bundle for about $150. Of course, I'll take offers. So, you know, I had that spare Xbox 360 just sitting in the house for years. So this just really worked out. But to recoup, I found this Resident Evil 5 game. Now, not on Xbox 360, but on PS3. I own a PS3 that I'm keeping for myself, like one that's in my own collection. So I just got the game back, and this was in a $5 bin. So, yeah. It works out. Let's see, what do I want to do next? Oh, stuff's falling. Okay, at the consignment shop where I've picked up quite a few good things and sold, just happened to see this James Fry book. This is My Friend Leonard. Some people may be familiar with his book, A Million Little Pieces, which is just absolutely amazing. And this was kind of like a sequel My Friend Leonard. And honestly, this book is one of the best books I've ever read in my life. So this is for me. I used to own it, and I think we did like a little bit of a book purge a few years ago or something. Maybe we were downsizing, moving into an apartment or something. But yeah, picked it back up again for a couple of dollars. And all right, yeah, I'll show a couple more things I got for myself. So there were some DVDs. Picked these up at Value Village. I found Oasis here, no, There and Then. So just like, you know, an Oasis DVD. I'm a fan of Oasis, good stuff. Got this one. This is kind of cool. This is Rush in Rio. So, you know, Canadian prog rock band Rush. It's pretty good. I like their stuff. Got the movie The Black Hole. And this is one of those kind of like, you know, sci-fi movies that kind of fell under the radar, I think, for a lot of people. You know, people like think of, you know, Event Horizon and stuff like that. And this is a good one. And then this is new and sealed, and picked up Disney's Tomorrowland. This is the one with George Clooney, and there's like some kind of alternate reality stuff going on. This was a pretty good movie, but honestly, the bad guy, if you will, near the end of the movie has about a 2-minute monologue where he talks about why they did what they did. And it's one of the best speeches, one of the best monologues I've ever seen in any movie. So I recommend even just looking up, if you have no interest in watching this movie, look up Tomorrowland bad guy speech or something on YouTube, and you'll find it, and it is amazing. It's spot on with humanity. All right, a couple other things we're keeping for ourselves. We found the Breakfast Club soundtrack on cassette. Got a little bit of a cassette collection going on. And then found the Gandharvas on cassette. So this was actually part of a bag sale. So one of the local thrift, like charity shops, does a bag sale. Today, everything included was $5 for a reusable bag worth. So a lot of this stuff was essentially free because I got a couple of like clothing items and stuff that I'm going to be reselling that aren't in this video. But I mean, they're more than going to make up the $5. And then all of this, I'm just kind of essentially calling it free because it's just like, okay, well, I'm not going to resell this, but I might as well get it in the bag because I can. So that was that. Picked up Jethro Tull, Aqualung CD. Picked up Fastball. These guys sang that song, The Way, without ever knowing the way. And we always think to ourselves, like, did they have any other songs? Because you never hear anything else by them on the radio or anything. Well, now we're going to find out. Apparently they had at least 13 songs, because that's what's on this album. And then found this Tracy Bonham CD. So, just getting a low battery notification. There we go. So this is The Burdens of Being Upright. I don't know anything about Tracy Bonham except for the song Mother, Mother, which is the first song on this album. And it is an intensely cool, mid-90s, just sort of half grungy. It's hard to explain. Mother, Mother by Tracy Bonham. That's the reason I picked that up. And another one that was just kind of nostalgic, from the year 2000, Trouble Charger. I think these guys are like a Canadian rock band. And Blue Rodeo, Outskirts from '87. I don't know a lot from this album at all except for the song Try. And you know what? I like Blue Rodeo. I really, really dislike country, but they're kind of like on that cusp between country and rock. So for some reason I really like them, and whatever, it is what it is. Okay, also in that bag sale, I picked up these three. These were 2022 Happy Meal toys. Got two of the same Donkey Kong there and a Bowser. And it looks like, you know, the Donkey Kong sells for maybe like $3.50. Bowser maybe like $5-6 or something, plus some shipping costs. I'll just lot two of these together and maybe just do like $8 or something plus shipping. And you know, I mean, whatever. If these two things sell, that will pay for the entire bag sale today. And then I'll just throw the spare Donkey Kong. He's got a little dial on his back. I'll just throw the spare one on my shelf as a little display piece. Okay, another thing we found today was this, and this we paid $2.95 for it. I'm just going to take the price tag sticker off while I've got it here. So $2.95, and it is new in box. It's the Starbucks You Are Here collection, new in box Boston mug. It's a big mug, 14-ounce ceramic mug. And so we see a lot of these. I've seen these listed, you know, for 25-ish kind of deal, like just for the mug itself. So with the box and with that little protective sleeve, I think I'll probably list this for about $40. And again, we pay $2.95. Something I picked up for myself, and you know, it was a pretty good deal. It's not completely new, but it's in box. Everything is in there. So this is Starlink Battle for Atlas. And this game was released for the Switch, Xbox One, and PS4. And, you know, it got pretty good reviews, but it was a commercial failure because it kind of like, you know, so the game itself is in here. The Switch game is in here, and you don't need any of this other stuff. But these are like toys to life, almost like amiibo things. There's a controller mount you put on your controller, and you attach these things, and then you get digital copies of the characters, the ship, whatever else in the game. And then you don't need to like keep them on your controller or anything. You can just display them. And I picked this up mainly because I love Star Fox. I love the Star Fox franchise. I think I have all of the games now. And then, you know, this just seemed like a no-brainer. I paid $25 for this, complete in the box. It's basically going to be a display piece, but then the game is in here as well. So I probably won't mess around with any of this other stuff. I'll just leave that in the box and, you know, let that display nicely and just be a, you know, the value will eventually go up, I'm sure. But I'll probably play the game because it actually looks really good. And, yeah, I love Star Fox once again. Okay, more video game stuff. This is something to resell. So this is just a Nintendo 64 console, just plain regular gray console. Doesn't have the expansion pack, just got the regular jumper pack in there. But it did come with the power adapter. It's downstairs because I just tested it out before filming this just to make sure it worked well. And it does, it fired up a game first try. So it was just the console and a power adapter. They had it marked for $34.99. I had a 20% off coupon, so I paid $28 for it, knowing that even if it didn't work, I was at least going to be able to sell it, like, you know, used for parts or something for about that. I'd get my money back anyway. Or I would just keep it for parts because I've got other N64s. Like, I have a couple of the Fantastic, like the colored N64s, and my goal is to collect all 6 of those. So, you know, there's parts and stuff in there because really it's just the only difference is the colored plastic of the shell. So if anything went wrong, I would have all of these extra pieces, like a good reset button. That goes a long way, believe me. That's something that seems to go on these things. But I'm going to take out of my own collection, I have some extra AV cables, and I've got a spare controller. I actually have like 12 N64 controllers, so I'll lot one with this out of my own collection. And maybe even just like throw in a cheap game or something. Even though I'm collecting for the N64 and I have like 140 some games for it now, I could throw in a cheap game that, you know, I'm probably not going to play anytime soon, just to help move this along. Yeah, and then list this probably locally for about $125. I'll throw it on eBay as well, but yeah, we'll see what happens with it. But in any case, it's a good flip. I'm sure I'll make some money off of it. And what else? Oh, yes, over here. So, one of the things, I guess this is technically part of like clothing, but I'm keeping it in this video here. I found these these are the Ultra Superior 4s. These are massive. Like they are almost as wide as my chest. These are size 15 Ultras, and they're in really good shape. I mean, there's a little bit of wear, but not that much. And size 15 is super, super rare. Ultra's a good brand. I mean, you know, it has a following for a reason. And I mean, I was looking up some comps, and it looks like there's none listed of this size on eBay. but the bigger sizes do go for like $70 to $90 pre-owned, as long as they're in pretty good shape, and these ones are. So I'll probably list these pretty high at around 90 and take offers. And shoes would have cost me, because that thrift store just has a price list, so after taxes I paid $6.33 for these. And then I also found, I think I talked about in a previous video just recently about doing a little bit of retail arbitrage. I went in a Winners store. I found some Hokas, the Rocket X new, and I paid up for those a little bit, but I think I'm going to be able to sell them for about $100 profit, maybe like $80 after fees. And then I went in the little consignment shop I go in, and I found the Hoka Carbon X. And these are in a size 9.5, so just a little bit big for me. I take a 9. Yeah, so these are the Carbon X, so carbon fiber plates. Really high-end performance shoe. People love them. There is a little bit of wear to the outsole, but don't be fooled. This, like, there was no outsole rubber on these to begin with. They were just a foam outsole. So really this is just a little bit of discoloration. As far as wear goes itself, there's a little around the edges, but honestly it's in pretty good shape. You can still see the Hoka symbol, you know, like, or the logo rather. Yeah, I mean, again, these are probably going to sell in about the $70 to $75 range. From what I can see online. And I actually only paid $5 for these because I had a 10% coupon for the store. So for every time you go in, you make at least a $10 purchase, you get a stamp. So stamp card at the end, you get your $10. So yeah, I mean, I paid $5 for these, flip them into, I mean, even if it's like 50 or 60, that's awesome. So there's a whole lot here. You know, I'm guessing it's $250. I mean, I'm probably gonna sell like $300 worth of sales at least here. And so I was able to keep a book, some DVDs, and some cassettes and stuff. And then this thing here, you know, the Star Fox thing. You know, let's say I'm out like $50, even though I think that's overkill for all the stuff I'm keeping. I'm selling like $300 worth of stuff here. So yeah, just an example of how I go out and what I kind of do to get things that I want. Yes, occasionally I will buy something for myself. Like, you know, the other day I went out and as a birthday present, I did get a brand new Zelda game and the guide. But typically I don't like spending money on myself unless I can like figure out how to get that for free or cheap. So anyway, just a little bit of a hard goods haul here today, mostly to resell. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, leave it down below, and we'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.